It's a beautiful 60-degree day, April 5th. And I figured I'd come out and do a little bit of walking after work here. And I'm in this hardwoods, and you can see where, you know, the deer were really digging down to the bottom of the snow here. Looks like a lot of natural vegetation coming up. This is a really good area to find some sheds. You can see where they really were digging a lot in here. I don't see any sheds, but I'm certainly looking in the right area according to the sign here. I'm looking for shed number 34. I found 35 last year, so I need to find 3 more sheds this spring to beat last year's record, which I think I'm going to be able to do. Just got to put some time in. I'm on a big trail right here. I think I can see a shed from about 90 yards away through the woods over there. If you see right where this stump is, look right in front of it. I see an antler tines down, it looks like. This would be probably the furthest I've ever spotted a shed, and it looks like a good one. Let's go see what we got. It's definitely a nice shed. No doubt about it. Look at that. Oh yeah, really nice buck. In fact, I know exactly what deer this is. This is a deer that Vern and I got on the lease later on, right after rifle season ended. So it's an awesome tall tined 8-point buck, and now we've got to find the other side. Let's get some pictures of this and see if we can find the other side. Oh yeah. Look at that buck. That is a cool deer. Look at that brow. Let's find the other side. I haven't even turned the camera off, and I see another shed laying right over here. I don't know if it's a match or not, but let's find out. Nope, it's not a match. And you know what's really cool about this shed is I found this buck's shed right here last year. I know what buck this is. We have his shed, I think, from last year, and I found it right in the same area. These sheds were laying, I mean, only about 40 yards from each other. Let's go ahead and I'm going to get a few pictures of this one as well. We are in them right here, everybody. Let's go ahead and pick this one up. Oh man. Oh wow, look at that. This is definitely, we definitely found the other side to this last year right in the same area. We've got more sheds to find in here. Let's keep after it. So you know what this means. With these two sheds, I've tied my record from last year with 35. So we're at 35 sheds on the year. I just need to find one more. And guess what? We beat last year's record, and I think I'm gonna find that other shed in just a minute, because there's just too much deer sign in here for there not to be more horns. Man, look at how much these deer were digging at this grass in here. It's crazy how much sign is in here. My gosh. There's some hair right there. I can see tines. I'm literally looking as I'm talking to you guys on here. That's just how much deer sign is right here. I can see an antler sitting up right over here. It's a good one too. It's a match. It's a match to the big 8. This is incredible. Right there. I think it's the match to this buck right here. Well, no, might be. I can't really tell. Yeah, well, I don't know. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I post all these shed hunting pictures on Instagram. Let's pick it up. Those are 3 sizable antlers right there. And we're not done yet. We've got more to find. So we're at shed number 36, which is a record. With these 3, I was at 33 when I started. We found these 3 antlers and just found another one, number 4 in this walk, which puts us at 37. Right there between those 2 logs. Looks like a little 4-point side. Look at how it was literally just like right in between these two logs. You had to walk right up to it to see it, pretty much. Man, this shed hunt has been unbelievable so far. Yep, nice little guy. Look at that. Crazy. These deer are just pounding this winter. Look at the sign in here, unbelievable. Well, I was just coming down through the pines here next to the creek bottom, and I just came up on this dead deer I could smell from a mile away, and it's not good. It was a nice buck. They're gonna be a nice buck. Look at the bases on him already. He's got serious bases. He has a big head, you know, old gray looking face. I think this was gonna be a really nice deer. Look at how big those bases are. He already shed, so can't really see what the teeth look like in there, but I'd venture to say that was going to be a really nice deer, possibly one of the sheds that we picked up here. Certainly not how you want to find them. There's so much bedding in here. I mean, look at all the sign in here. Everywhere you look, there's got to be one of these matches sitting here somewhere, I bet. That's going to go ahead and wrap up this little shed hunt I did over here on the lease. Ended up being pretty awesome. I'm pretty positive this is a match right here. Not that one. This one right there. We've got some pictures of this deer, and what's cool is I think I actually found both matches to this buck last year as well. So I think he was 2.5 last year and 3.5 this year possibly, or he was 3.5 and 4.5 this year. When we get back to the house, we'll look at the sheds and compare them up. But pretty darn cool. I saw this shed from literally 100 yards away through the woods. This is a deer that I found one side to last year, and literally like the same spot. This deer has kind of a cool something going on with his antler right there. You can see that. Kind of interesting. And then we found this little guy wedged right between two logs. But so overall that puts us at 37 sheds on the year, which breaks last year's record. We need 3 sheds to hit 40, and we might as well hit 40 now. So we've got to make sure we find 3 more sheds and hit 40 on the year. Tell you, this was a good quality shed hunt though. We found some really nice sheds. That's a nice buck. his bases, you know, you can really tell it's the same, it's a match because of the way his bases are. They're very similar, kind of unique. This is just a brute of an old deer, I think. When you look at last year's shed, it's pretty similar, really. We'll go down and compare the sheds at the house, but it's an absolutely awesome shed hunt, and I can't thank Vern enough for letting me come up here and look around. Actually, when you're shed hunting, this is exactly what you want to look for in the hardwoods. When you see areas like this where the dirt's all dug up and the leaves are overturned from this winter, the deer were really in here digging down to get at the foliage underneath. And this is the areas that I found all these sheds were in, stuff just like this. They really like digging at these old dead logs. I don't know if they're eating the moss off the sides of them, or roots, or what they're exactly doing, but whatever they're doing, they really like it. Let's go ahead and head to the house. Okay, so we're back to the house, and this was a deer that I thought it possibly was the same buck, and these are the match set from last year, and these are the ones from this year outside of it, and they look exactly the same. The only difference is this kicker off the base from last year when it was a 2.5-year-old, I think. But what's really telling, you know, if you're thinking that it might not be the same deer, look at these marks in the base. It's got like 2 dimples on each side of the base. And when you look at this one from last year, let me get them side by side, it's exactly the same. See that? Both the bases have the same markings, and it's actually kind of like concave. So that's pretty unique to that deer, I think. So I think that's the same deer, really. And they're in the exact same spot, pretty much. And then this is a shed we found last year in that same area. And then this is him this year, and it actually looks like it's a match this year, but it's definitely, you know, a year difference. It just shows that the deer hasn't grown at all. So it's pretty darn cool, really. Same deer in the same spot year after year. And here's this little guy.